Hi, this is Richard Lynch. You're watching ilovelimerick.com, and we've come to St. Munchin's Community Centre. It's been 2 years since we first visited the centre, and we've come back to see the growth that St. Munchin's has made. It's like 2 years later since I first met you, and I've seen so many amazing changes to this centre, including the JP McManus funding. Can you talk to me about the funding?
I can. We were just so amazed, Richard. And again, I'd have to thank you, because it's hard to believe it's only 2 years since you were here and we met at that first voluntary fair. And the JP McManus people, when they came to judge us, and they actually came to research our books to see the money. It wasn't just, the Pro-Am doesn't just give you money because you sound good. They actually come and investigate and see, are you viable? Is this an investment for them? Is it an investment into the communities in Limerick? So when they came, and they did go through our audited accounts, our 5-year business plan, strategic plan, and the fact that we do make our own money, that we employ 10 people now, and that salaries we have to create. Even with meals, everything, we have to create that money, running costs, everything, there's a lot in it, and that's why JP gave us the money. It's our job to think outside the box, and that's the difference JP and the Pro-Am made to us. It's give us this extension, now we have it, now we have to make it work. So the next year or two is going to be really the test now. Now we've got this extension, can we make it work? Can we increase it? Can we become 100% self-sustaining? And I feel we can.
So Jan, can you tell me, how does St. Munchin's Community Centre contribute to the local government's agenda?
Well, St. Munchin's is a great example of a community centre that does everything that a community centre should do, which is that it provides a space for people to come into, elderly people in particular who can come for their lunches, and they also go out to people who can't get in here. But all age groups are catered for here. And what it does as well is that it provides an opportunity for local employment, which I think is really important. They've had an extension built to the centre, which we're delighted that we've been able to support and help. But what's going on now is active, small, Indigenous, community-based industries, literally, that are working here in the centre.
How long have you been working here?
I've been working here 3 years.
And you were unemployed before that?
Yeah, I was unemployed, and I came here through a CE scheme and got trained up in hairdressing.
How long were you unemployed for?
I was unemployed for about 2 years.
So because of St. Munchin's, they trained you, and you now have a job and a livelihood in the future?
Yeah, and I'm permanent here now, so it's great. I have employment, and I'm able to plan things for the future, because I know I have a job.
But they actually trained you?
Yeah, they in the CE scheme, they asked me what I was interested in doing, so I had a small bit of hair background, so I got the rest of my training then done in hair.
Sorry for disturbing you. Can I talk to her for a minute? So, can you tell me, are you working here?
I'm working here. I'm a family support worker, and I work with families in addiction and imprisonment, and I'm also a Reiki therapist. So it's very cheap here. It's only €10 in town. It's 50 to 70.
Are you actually paid to work here?
Yeah, I'm on a GI scheme.
And so St. Munchin's Community Centre, how's it changed your life?
It has changed my life totally. As I said, I was a cleaner, which there's nothing wrong with being a cleaner, but Linda helped me to go to university and believe in myself, and any courses that was available, she said, she helped me to do them and the whole lot. So it was just, I needed someone just to guide me or give me a bit of support.
And so in actual fact, St. Munchin's Community Centre is really helping Limerick City government, isn't it, by placing people in jobs?
Of course it is. And my job, like a family support worker, it takes a lot of pressure, do you know what I mean, off the people to come in and they can unload their problems. And if I can help them, if I can't, I can put them on to someone else that can help them, So it's kind of a bridgeway to all the other communities.
Michael, you're doing the social care course at Limerick Institute of Technology, and you're volunteering here. What has this contributed to your education?
It's massive. You don't really know what social care is about until you actually go out and experience it. It's a great place to come because everything is very real here. You would judge people before you come here, and then when you come here you just get a completely different opinion of all these different types of people.
And what do you think of the services that St. Munchin's offers to the elderly and back to the community?
Oh, it's excellent. So, like, a lot of these people would be very old and have no family. So if they weren't here, they'd probably have to go to a nursing home or something like that. Whereas if they're coming here, they're still being taken care of, and they won't have to go to a nursing home. And that takes a lot of the burden off the taxpayer and everything else like that.
What do you think? What contribution they're making to Limerick City, St. Munchin's?
Well, they're taking a lot of, especially people in the community employment thing, they're taking them back from unemployment, and they're giving them back into society with something like a year's experience or 5 years experience inside in the kitchen or inside serving people or behind the reception desk. So it's re-employing Limerick.
So Linda, you're employing 10 people, but tell me about the other 26 people actually working here through FOSS schemes and the government.
I actually would have 61 staff altogether, Richard. So there's 26 on community employment. Now that means that you get 20 euros more than if you're on the dole, and they're working here for 19 and a half hours. So people who actually want to get up for 20 euros a week, I take my hat off to them, and I couldn't run without it. There's another scheme, it's formerly FOSS, it's the DSP, it's called Jobs Initiative. So they'd be all over Limerick. They're based in a lot of soccer clubs, pitches, schools, they're everywhere. They would be in a full-time scheme, that's Jobs Initiative. Then with my 10 staff that we've employed, and then with the amount of volunteers, staff, people helping out. So it takes a magical package to make this place work.
These are our volunteers at St. Munchin's, aren't they fab? What do you get out of it personally, all of you?
That at least I'm being a volunteer worker. We're putting something back into the community, and it's great, really, and I feel that we have time, and once we have time we can give something back.
And by putting something back into the community, you actually end up giving something very valuable to Limerick. Why do you think it's important to invite lads like this out here to help in the centre?
It's hugely important because I'd be very strong into volunteering, and these lads are here. They learn about social placement. I've kids doing Goshkas, wide range, all the colleges. I've UL, LIT, because they're not from St. Munchin's. They're both from two different parishes. One's from Garryowen, one's from St. Mary's Park. They're now going back to their communities and saying, do you know what they have out there? And you know what? You're welcome, because this is for the whole of Limerick. It's not just for St. Munchin's. So they're really two little messengers gone out now to spread the word for me.
Fantastic. Can you tell the people of Limerick what St. Munchin's Community Centre means to Limerick?
I think it's a facility that was badly needed down through the years, and now they have it. And what it means is that you can come, speak your mind, talk to whoever you want. It's like being, you think you're in another world, really. You think that you're reborn again. To know that you can sit down, enjoy yourself, have a sing-song, meet your old friends. I'd after meeting friends I didn't see in 20 years. It's amazing to me. It's something I was never had in my life, and know that these things are there. I think people should have. The one thing I did say, John, and I do like about this centre, it's not just a centre for the A community. It's actually a centre for the whole of Limerick City. And that's what I like about it.
I know that your mother passed away and St. Munchin's meant an awful lot to her. How did it contribute to her life?
Well, my mother was 92 when she died, and anybody that knew her all her life knew she didn't go anywhere. She didn't mix very well, like herself and my father never danced or never sang or never smoked, never drank, never did anything. They were together and that was it. And she actually came over to the chiropodist here first. And I said, there's a lunch club here, would you not come over? She said, I don't think I'd like it. But I brought her over one day. I was on holiday, I was school secretary, so I was on holidays, and I brought her over. And that was it. Do or die, she was here every Wednesday. She got out of her sick bed one day. I left her in bed sick, and she rang me to say she'd rang a taxi. What are you doing? I'm going to St. Munchin. She said, I can't stay at home. So it completely changed her life, really, in the sense that she made new friends she was, I suppose, about 86 or 87 at that stage.
So she was coming here for 5 years?
Yes, and she made new friends and had a completely different aspect on life.
You're Teresa?
Yes, indeed.
Well, I just want to ask you, while you're having your fabulous hair done, so you come here to have your hair done?
Oh yes, all the time. Yes. Yeah.
How has St. Munchin's changed your life, this place?
Brilliant, brilliant. My husband died 10 years ago, and since then I've been coming here for everything. Dinner, tea, nails, hair, everything.
So it's so important to you.
It's very important. I'd be lost without it. I would.
Well, they love you as much as you love them, she said.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, but they all know me around the area, and I'm really very well known to them. So, and I love them all.
Jack, how has St. Munchin's Community Centre contributed to your life?
Incredible. It's marvellous. Really marvellous. I've never experienced anything like it in my life. It's fabulous.
What do they do for you?
Well, I get the meals 3 days a week, and it means so much to me. I live alone. My wife died recently.
I'm sorry.
So I'm living alone with my dog. Yeah. Without him, I'd be lost. Yeah, but this has been marvellous today. Good. Incredible. I don't know how they do it. I was shocked when I saw this. Something like that so close to me.
How long are you coming here?
I haven't been here before. I get the meals delivered to me.
So is this your first time in the centre?
Oh yes.
Today?
Yeah.
Wow. Welcome to St. Munchin's Community Centre, Mr. Saunders.
Oh, fantastic.
Good. So we'll see you again.
Please God.
Shirley, can you tell me, what do you do for the local city community?
We do a lot of work with the older people in the community. And in particular, if Linda would like someone to be paid a home visit, or there might be some issues with the elderly with their housing, then I would report that back to Limerick City Council, and then we would see what we can do to rectify any problems that are going on for the elderly.
So you actually work for Limerick City Council?
I'm part funded by Limerick City Council. I'm based there.
How do you think that St. Munchin's Community Centre contributes to assisting the local government in their tasks?
Oh, I think it contributes to a lot, because they're right in the heart of the community, and I think Linda and all the team here are very aware who all the residents are, and I think without kind of the networking with myself as like a go-between, if you like, I suppose that's the word that I would use, then the residents would bring forward their issues to Linda and all her team here, and then Linda would pass over anything to me that she thinks would be in line with what the services the council offer.
And tell me, how do you think they contribute to, most importantly, the elderly?
I think the centre does quite a lot for the elderly in Killeely, actually, not just in the provision of food, but I also think in just general chit-chat, so that there isn't that sense of isolation for some of the older people. But not only that, it's sort of, checking up on them in their homes as well. That's one thing I do love about sort of St. Munchin's, that they do know they're elderly.
Paddy, you've been coming here for 7 years. How has it changed your life, St. Munchin's Community Centre?
Well, it has completely changed my life. At the moment, my wife is in a nursing home, and I'm on my own. And only for it, I'd be lost altogether.
So you come here every day?
Every day. Yeah.
For your dinner and your tea?
Dinner and breakfast.
Oh, that's nice. So besides feeding you, what else have they done for you?
Well, it couldn't be nicer to me. They're all like a family to me.
Talk to me about how St. Munchin's helps local government.
There's a whole wide range of them. You'd have environmental grants, you'd have, there's a whole range of services, like meals for the elderly. Having meals for the elderly, having chiropody for the elderly, that's the government's way of thinking, leave elderly at home longer, keep them out of nursing homes. That's what they intend to do. That's what our services should be.
It saves the country money in the long run.
It saves the country money in the long run, and it gives people pride. So have them out of their home. Yeah, we can feed them. If they get sick, like you met Jack Saunders, it's his first day here, but we've been going to his house delivering. We go and collect him, bring him up. So that's the value. We're giving huge value to the government for very little cost, and it merges with community spirit as well.
Kieran, is there anything that, as the chairperson of St. Munchin's, you want to say to the people of Limerick?
Our community centre is open to everybody in Limerick. It doesn't matter where you come from, what nationality you are, what colour you are, it doesn't matter. We're open for everybody. It's a home from home. That's what we've created here. And with our fantastic manager, Linda, we're an exceptional community centre. We created a community centre for the people. We asked them what they wanted and we just gave them what they wanted. That's why it's such a success.
And all are welcome. This is Richard Lynch. You've been watching ilovelimerick.com. This has been the amazing St. Munchin's Community Centre. See you soon.